Next up on Encounter, it's our Survey Says segment. Each month we take a look at a current survey that you might find interesting. And this month we take a look at a recent Pew Survey Facts report about the Catholic Church in the United States. The Catholic Church is larger than any other single religious institution in the country, with over 17,000 parishes that serve a large and diverse population. In spite of its size and influence, the Church in recent decades has faced a number of significant challenges, from a decline in membership to a shortage of priests to the sex abuse crisis. With that in mind, we take a look at 7 facts about the Church according to a recent article by Pew Research. The first is that according to the Pew Research Center's 2014 Religious Landscape Study, there are roughly 51 million Catholic adults in the U.S., accounting for about 1/5 of the total U.S. adult population. The share of Americans who are Catholic declined from 24% in 2007 to 21% in 2014. The number 2 fact, according to Pew Research, is that Catholicism has experienced a greater net loss due to religious switching than has any other religious tradition in the U.S. Overall, 13% of all U.S. adults are former Catholics. By contrast, 2% of U.S. adults are converts to Catholicism. No other religious group analyzed in the study has experienced anything close to this ratio of losses to gains via religious switching. Fact number 3, according to the survey, is that Catholics in the U.S. are racially and ethnically diverse. Roughly 6 in 10 Catholic adults are white, 1/3 are Latino, and smaller shares identify as Black, Asian American, or with other racial and ethnic groups. The data also shows that the share of U.S. Catholics who are Latino has been growing and suggests that this share is likely to continue to grow. Number 4, compared with some other religious groups, Catholics are fairly evenly dispersed throughout the country. 27% live in the South, 26% in the Northeast, 26% in the West, and 21% of U.S. Catholics live in the Midwest. Since many American Hispanics are Catholic, the continuing growth of this community as a share of the U.S. population is gradually shifting the geographic center of U.S. Catholicism from the Northeast and Midwest to the South and West. Number 5, many U.S. Catholics say they want to see the Church make significant changes. For example, according to the Pew survey, 6 in 10 say they think the Church should allow priests to marry and allow women to become priests. And nearly half of U.S. Catholics say the Church should recognize the marriages of gay and lesbian couples. Support for these kinds of changes is lower among Catholics who attend Mass regularly than it is among those who attend Mass less often. Number 6, according to Pew, politically, Catholic registered voters are evenly split between those who identify with or lean toward the Democratic Party at 47% and those who favor the GOP at 46%. And the 7th fact about the Church, according to Pew, large majorities of U.S. Catholics have admired Pope Francis throughout his tenure, but there are signs of growing discontent. The latest polling, conducted in January of 2018, which is before the latest sex scandals in the U.S., found that the share of U.S. Catholics who gave Francis excellent or good marks for his handling of the sex abuse scandal was 10 points lower in 2018 than it had been in 2015, 45% versus 55%. Well, thanks again to our friends at the Pew Research Center for a look at the Catholic Church according to their surveys. And